One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
1, Omaha. 13.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Good, 4 down.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Left.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
14, find it. Alert. Hey.
Now Wilson. Quick slant to Hamler. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Following a touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing week one opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
Two established coaches. Both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wits.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught left side. Myers with it. He's got room to roam. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, 34 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The first catch for Jeudy. Good for a first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
White.
Garoppolo looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Go. Good up for signal. 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out quickly to Judy. He's into space past the 25. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Open man, that's Renfro. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
11.
Garoppolo. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Garoppolo now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of it.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On play action, now Garoppolo lets this go for Renfro downfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And this is incomplete.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando,
it's a new
here's
season.
Jonathan
So
Coachman
both of these coaching
at REA
staffs
Sports
likely
Halftime
making
Report.
plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the second half here with Will. And he coughed it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football.
Here we go.
Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
11. 21.
They go with Jacobs. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Here's White. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Boy, a good, strong run there. Some serious perseverance, and it pays off in 6 points.
And, Brandon, you know when it gets deep into the red zone, it often becomes a question of who wants it more. And we got our answer on that one, didn't we? The guy with the ball, he wanted it all.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Will. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Touch 50, touch 50. Good job right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
65.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, easy. Touch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here, getting 3 points.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And Baron Browning really looked like he put it together last season, playing more as a pass rusher. Injuries interrupted his breakout season, but he still finished with 5 sacks and has the ceiling for a whole lot more.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Spot that, spot that.
Again, it's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. With that interception, he just set a record that... records to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, O'Connell had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 79 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
Robert Spillane, ex of the Steelers, is there on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. O'Connell.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Second and 11 now. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Denver, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And